In this video, we're going to be talking about how we can send the data to a server using Angular. Now, sending means we want to post the data to the server using our form. We can have like fields. We can send the server data from our information about a user or an employee or anything we want to send. We can also send the data to the server, and from the server, we can also store the data in database. But in this video, we're gonna be using the JSON placeholder to post the data to the comments API of the JSON placeholder. If we go here and JSON placeholder comments, you can see there are many comments here with the ID, post ID, name, email, body, and if we go in the last, we have the ID 500. Now we're gonna be using this API and we will send the data to this server. Now to send the data to a server, we should have some data or a source to send the data to. So our source will be our form. We're going to be using the reactive form for this video. So for that, we will use any method name here in our data service we created in our previous video. So here I will say save comments. And here what I'm gonna do is that I will use the body as comments because we're gonna be sending the data about the information of the comments like the post ID, name, email, body, etc. But we will only send the name, email, body, these, and the ID is auto-generated. So here we will return this dot http dot post. We used the get method in our previous video to fetch the data from a server and show in our table. But to send the data to a server, we use the post method. And what it takes is that first parameter should be the server URL where we want to send the data. So here we'll just pass the base URL and comments because we are sending the data to the comments, and the second parameter is the body we want to send. So our body is comments, and if we go comments, you can see we have the ID, post ID, name, email, body, and inside the comments we're gonna be making a method to send the data to that JSON placeholder server. So you'll make a method here, send comments, and here what we're gonna do here is first we will create a form with the fields name, email, and body. Form group is equal to new form group. You can watch my video on reactive forms, and here what we're gonna do is that we will take the name as new form control. Along to here we just pass the value as null because we don't want to populate the value. Like we can have the field where our value will be pre-populated if we have any value here inside the new form control parameter. So the second is email. The third parameter or the third form control will be body. And what we're gonna do here is that we will just use the data service and here we will call the save comments, and inside the body we will pass the fun group dot value, and we'll just subscribe it and console the comments data. Here we just consoling it. So, and we need to get access to the controls here inside the form group. So we will use the getter for each form control. Here we will return this dot form group dot get, which gets a control. As you can see, it's asking for, let's just it's asking for a path, and our path is these form controls. So we'll pass the name here, and we'll also copy this, and here we, instead of name, we will write the email, and for body we will write body here, and here we will replace it with the email form control here, and with the body form control here. And inside our component .html file, we'll comment this, and we'll make a form here, and we will get rid of this. And what we're gonna do here is, and the submit is an event in Angular that is called when we submit the data. So in our case, we have the method save comments on the send comments here, and here we will just pass the send comments, and form group will be form group we have, and we will take 3 inputs. Here we will placeholder enter name. Here we will say email. Placeholder will be enter email, and here we will use the placeholder enter body. And we'll also make a button here, and here we'll say send comment. And the type of this button would be submit, because the ng submit event will be triggered on this. We can also use the send comments method here by using the click, but it's good to use the pre-built ng submit to submit the data using the form. And we will now go to the terminal, and here we will just start our server. And what we're gonna do here is that we will uncomment this, and here you can see the fields. We can style it. Here we will just go class form control. So here we'll also use the form control for this input, and for this we will use the bootstrap class primary. We can success use, and here dot container and MST5 means if we want a margin of 5, and MS5 means we want the margin from the start from the left of 5. Here we have these, and here we can just use the empty too, and here also. So we have these interactive UI here, and we will go to the console to check whether our data is coming here or not. So as you can see, first we have this ID 500, and now if we create this, let's see what happens. Enter name, we will use any name. Some comment at gmail.com. Here we can just say anything, and we will hit the send comments, and we are getting nothing. But the problem is that we have not used the form control here. We use the form control not here. We have used the form group for the form, but not for individual fields. Like the form control name should be matching with these form control here. We have these name, email, body for each input. Here we will just say name and copy this, paste here. Here we will just say email, and here we will just say the body. Now if we go to the server of the year, we'll inspect this, and here we will write any name. Comment at email.com, and here we can just say anybody. And as you can see, we are receiving the body, the email, the name is comment, and the ID is, you can see, we have not passed any argument here inside our send comments or save comments here. We are getting this ID from JSON placeholder as a confirmation that we have just made a successful post request to the JSON placeholder server. Anytime we make a request to the comments, we will receive this ID 50001 as a confirmation message that we have configured the post request with the JSON placeholder. And we have just completed our example and close this. So what we have covered in this video is that we first created the save comments method here in the data service, and the parameter we used here is that our parameter was about the comments, and we returned the base URL with the comments API, and the body was comments. These are comments here, and inside our comments component we made a method called send comments, inside which we use the service we call the service method save comments with the value of the form we want to send, and subscribe it to get the data what we have sent and what we want to get from the JSON placeholder. Then we created a form group with the fields related to the form here, related to the comments API where we have the name, email, and body. And we use the getter methods for each control we have here inside the form group, and these give us access to use the names here inside the form control name. We can also use the getter method. Here we have this name, then we can also use these to validate our input. Then we created a form with 3 inputs with the type of first was text, the second was type email, and the third was type text, and a button to send comments. And button type should be always submit because we want to submit the data. And we have this form group with the form group property coming here, and ng submit with the methods and comments here. Thanks for watching the video, and stay tuned for more video lectures related to Angular. If you have any question, then you can ask me in the comments.